Well, hello there. Short talk in the park with the old guy. I just wanted to jump out real quick and see if I can capture this rascal. The sun, I missed the sun down by about 10 minutes. I was running a couple of errands. Went to the grocery and had to go pick up my clothes at the laundromat. So I'm going to get up in the pickup truck now. Let's see if by adding a little bit of elevation, I'm up maybe 2.5 feet higher now. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Look at that light. That's too much. Wonder if there's a way I could set that down. I like that gold color or whatever that is in there. Yeah, baby. Something about clouds and sunlight. It's mist and light, and it refracts these colors. And there's colors in there sometimes. Now, not so much tonight, but sometimes there's colors in those sunsets that I don't know the name of. Here at the park, we got a few people still. Looks like a little league team or maybe some kids on a... There's some kind of group of kids over there and they're all wearing the same hats. I don't know what's... Let's see if we can zoom on that. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Yeah, I don't know what them rascals are doing. See what happens when you zoom this up. It's kind of hard to look at, ain't it? I'll get it back to 0. Look at that. I'm at 0.5 now. That's even farther away than usual. That's interesting. I didn't know there was a 0.5 setting on there. Anyway, I just wanted to show you something. I was thinking about this. The other day, my sister up in Albuquerque, she's a wonderful lady. She sent me and perhaps my younger brother a couple of old photos I don't know how she had gotten hold of, because my dad, this was kind of a weird story, as he was getting older and he was pretty sure he was going to die and all that stuff, he just started getting rid of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. And he got rid of the family photo album. And I thought, well, that was not a good move, Dad. You shouldn't have done that. And anyway, it really kind of messed up my sister's life, and she wanted to look at that stuff, and I like looking at it too. But anyway, she sent me and perhaps my younger brother a couple of old photos, and as soon as I saw them, I thought, I do remember seeing these, but I was like a teenager. I was like, that's 50 years ago, and I don't know where we were standing. I might be able to pick out something out of the photo. I'm having trouble. There's a reflective surface on the front here that I tried to photograph this thing for that other channel there. That's most of the glare gone. I don't know when the date was. My little brother is the guy on the left with the garden hose. We're both wearing cowboy hats. I have no idea why. I've never worn a cowboy hat in my life, as far as I can remember. Well, there's one photo of one right there. It looks like a lime popsicle. So let me look at them walls. Them walls tell me we're in Albuquerque. The partition between properties are those cinder block walls with that red cap in a lot of the areas. At least these houses were built in the 50s. Boy, that sure is glary. This one here is a black and white. I don't know why my little brother's always wearing shirts that has stripes in it. But I've got some kind of flower, and I don't know why I'm wanting him to sniff it. He's just looking at that thing going, why are you doing that, man? But I sure like the idea of my sister Nan going to the trouble of sending me these photos, because actually I'd completely forgotten about it, and if I hadn't seen them, I wouldn't have known that I was missing anything. So I was just thinking a few minutes ago, and that this is one of these topics that old guys might talk about, at the park. I don't know, but there's a thing, I believe a friend told me that there's a thing called a Poisson distribution. You might know what a Poisson distribution is. Well, join the club, because I don't either. But this is the way it was explained to me. So, but I still don't explain it. I still don't understand it. So the way I was talking to my friend Larry about it, I said, what is it with these weird, fluky things that keep happening? He said, like what? I said, well, as an example, I'm out walking on Snow Road. Now, in New Mexico, they build old highways with no shoulders, none. There's a white line, there's about 6 inches of asphalt. That's the end of the road. No shoulders. And the lanes aren't that wide. So I'm walking down there. Well, there's areas along there where you can't really, there you go, where you can't really walk on the pavement because there's too many cars. That's why I chose snow. Very little traffic. Well, I'm walking along the dirt path there by a pecan orchard. Oops, it rained, or they did a lot of irrigating. There's a huge puddle up ahead. So I'm going to have to walk on the edge of the asphalt, maybe even a foot in. Guess what happens? As we're approaching, and I mean getting very close to the puddle now, big one, here comes a car looking right at me, and he's not moving over. Why? Because if I'll turn around and look behind me, there's another guy coming. Guess where we all meet simultaneously in that moment? The puddle. And I'm just sitting, what are the odds of that? And apparently they're quite high. He said these Poisson distributions are not that bizarre, and frankly, are mathematically expectable. I have no idea why that would be true, but nevertheless. So I was heading down here. I'll show you where I was headed in case you care. Down yonder, it's hard to see. There's some buildings just beyond the park there, kind of a little strip mall thing, and there's a laundromat in there. Don't ask me the name. Maybe the Espina laundromat. Espina is the name of the street. That means spine, or you'd call it like a barb or a sticker, you know, from a aggressive plant. Kind of warm and cuddly. But anyway, so I'm driving down there. Well, there's not many cars on the road. It's maybe a quarter mile tops from my turnout right here to the turnout over there. As I'm approaching the turn, what am I seeing? 7 cars coming the other way, going a little bit under the speed limit. They're doing about 28, and they're all closely spaced enough to each other that I can't turn between them. I look behind the 7th car. What do I see? Nothing. There's nobody out there. There's a gap at least 1,000 yards long before the next car comes up. Look in front of them. Look in your mirror. There's nobody in front of them. These cars arrived at this intersection at precisely the right time to prohibit me from turning left when I wanted to. And it happens a lot. It's just weird. How many times does this happen? I don't know if you drive out in country roads much, where you just have maybe a two-way streets meeting in the middle of nowhere, and there'd be like a 4-way stop, right, or something like that. And how many times does it happen if you're ever driving those? It's not heavily traveled roads. It's not like everybody and his little sisters out there. As you're approaching it, if you'll glance to your right, look to your right, there's another car coming right over there, and you arrive at the stop sign almost simultaneously. Now, if you took a lawn chair out and a stopwatch and hit go, when's the next time this is going to happen? I mean, when's the next time even one car comes by? Oh, about 12 minutes and 18 seconds. Well, what about the next one? 22 minutes later. Stuff like that. And they arrive within a half a second of each other. It's like, how did that happen? And I see this sort of thing that you're down on Watson Lane, where there's a dirt road. It goes nowhere. It just leads to a trailer park. It's just a driveway to a trailer park. There's like 9 trailers in there. How often, if you're sitting in your lawn chair with your stopwatch, how often are you going to see a car come by that dirt road, either in or out? I don't care. Oh, about once every hour and a half, maybe. I'm out walking. I'm going to be in that dirt road as just walking speed, possibly 17 seconds, maybe even less. Guess what? Then the car is turning. So I'm wondering if this has something to do with traffic accidents. I don't know if you've ever been in one, and I don't wish that on you. It's a weird, creepy thing. And I've only been in a few, and I hope I don't have any others. But the short version is, I wonder if that Poisson distribution is behind some, maybe not all, traffic accidents. A mathematical analysis of traffic accidents. It might make sense. I just thought, well, I guess I'll have to ask a statistician. Now, if you're a statistician and you really know the answer, I'd like to hear something. Send me back some ideas, the things you'd like to talk about. And just remember, when you get a cute picture of your little brother eating a popsicle, you got to hang on to it. Don't let that one go. Bye-bye.